And like I grew up coming to these games, you know, we were season ticket holders since I was, you know, young. So I was in the stands and looked up to those guys. So it's kind of come full circle. It's really cool to be able to, you know, run out there, and then the roar of the crowd. And I mean, our Bobcat Nation is the best around. You know, there's a reason why we don't lose at home.
Feeling better than I ever been. Cairo in his bag, this beat is heaven sent. Back up in my element, new whip, trunk up in the front, I whip an elephant. It's all limo tint, that's how you move when you the president. You assin' off stream, treat him like my last name. Disrespecting, you just signed a check for a long day. Appetizer rappers, you will never be an entree. Really, you a condiment, and I hope y'all follow.
Hey, welcome to the Players Lounge, presented by the Rockin R Bar. It's your boy Josh Perkins. I'll be sitting with some current MSU players, some former MSU players. We're gonna chop it up a little bit. I wanna take a second to thank all our supporters out there. It's gonna be a great season. It's gonna be a great show. Let's go Cats. All right, welcome to season 1 of Players Lounge. I'm Josh Perkins here with the workhorses of the football team, our running back crew. Let me have you introduce yourself. Tell me where you're from. Give me your name and your hometown.
Elijah Elliott from Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
I'm Lane Sumner. I'm from Hunley, Montana.
Okay.
And Brandon Vancleeve from Billings, Montana.
When did you play, Brandon?
99 through 01, then I coached 02, 03.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, Bobcat through and through, right?
That's right.
So, okay, let's get this started. So, as far as being running backs, give me like one thing that people may not know at home that you kind of deal with being a running back. What's something you think that maybe is underappreciated as being a running back?
I think the physicality of the position. Like people don't see, like we're the ones that are in the training room a lot. You know, we're always working with Rob, just trying to get our bodies right to go out and perform on Saturdays.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. We get banged up a lot, so it's a tough position. So
you almost get hit almost on every play. You probably one position that you almost get hit on every play, right?
Us in the line, so for sure.
So every game is basically like you got in an alley fight, and you almost got to recover from the next week.
That's how it feels. Yeah.
But you get to celebrate a little bit in the end zone too, right?
Yeah.
So that's another part of it.
Yeah.
So what gets you that drive to keep going through that every day as part of your life? Is just a mindset as far as being a running back, you think, or what?
I would say what gets me through is just my family, thinking about my family and the love of the game that I have. So that's what's getting me through, and my teammates. So.
Oh, okay. Great answer right there.
Yeah. It's going through it with the other dudes, you know, and that kind of brotherhood.
Yeah.
You want to do it for the guy next to you.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you, Brandon? Same thing?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, just, you know, the relationships we grew from freshman to senior, the guys that I'm still hanging out with, including Perk. That's the big thing for me, friendships and that brotherhood that we created.
Within the room and stuff,
Yep.
right? So you guys play running back your whole life? Like from
life.
Pop One? When did you start playing?
I started playing I was 6 years old. So,
Oh, stuff.
Yeah. I started playing when I was 6.
What about you?
I think I was right around there too. Yeah.
See, I'll be getting hit since y'all 6 years old.
Nah, flag football first.
Okay. Yeah. So we started doing tackle like
fourth grade.
middle school, fourth grade?
I don't really know how old I was then, but.
I started tackle at 6, so
Really?
I started,
Wow.
What was the hardest hit, if you can remember, what was the hardest hit you received as playing running back?
It would be in practice. It was against Troy Anderson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Troy laid it in on you?
Yeah.
Why you doing like that, Troy? Come on.
Yeah.
Try to beaver head. Take it easy on Lala,
That
right?
was probably my hardest hit. I remember I fumbled and everything. So.
Everything, but that was your welcome to NCAA football moment right there?
Yeah.
What about you, Lane?
My freshman year, Tucker Yates.
Oh, yeah. He a pit bull right there.
Yeah, he looped free and he killed me.
Okay. But you pop back up though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do. We pop back up.
Yeah.
And then go back on the sideline and lick the wounds.
Yeah.
What about you, Vancleeve? Do you remember your welcome to NCAA football moment or anything?
Well, I was actually, my hardest hit was in high school to another Bobcat, Pat Carahouse, and cracked back me in like a Thursday practice.
Oh, really?
Peeled myself up off the field.
Hey, wait, but you guys are teammates, right?
We were teammates. We had like a little scrimmage. It's like a bye week, and I'll never forget. I'll never forgive him for it either.
So what about actually the running back position? Because we were talking to some other guys, and it's some aspects to it as far as the playbook. What do you feel is harder for you? Was it the physical, as far as coming from high school to college, was it the physical aspect of it, going against some bigger guys, getting tackled by some bigger guys, or more the scheme aspect of it, having this gigantic playbook, you know, especially like, you know, with our offensive coordinators and coaches like Vegans, you know, that's really into the X and O's. What do you feel was like the biggest or the hardest transition? Was it the physical or was it the scheme?
For me, I think it was the physical, because when I came in, I was like 160.
Oh,
so
really?
I was little.
Where you at right now?
190.
Oh, heck
so,
yeah.
Like, I was little and just getting used to, like, I used to be more faster than everybody in high school, so everybody the same speed and like a lot stronger than me at the time. So it was the physical part for me. So.
I don't know what you, man.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Really?
Yeah, game speed really picks up.
Yeah.
Moves that worked in high school don't work in college.
No.
Guys recover faster. You know, you can't really throw out the same juke moves and expect to get by dudes clean. So,
Nah.
yeah.
It's almost got to be, your moves got to almost be second nature then. At that point, you almost can't think your move. It's, that's how I look at it. So both of you guys seem like you guys just watch and have like real great vision. For when I see, a lot of our running backs seem to carry. That's one thing I always see. You guys, you finding the right holes, and I think that's what led to us, you know, rushing, you know, being one of the top leaders in rushing besides the offensive line. I think sometimes it's your visions, seeing the hole. So what do you do to like improve that? Is it something like this kid at home right now as a running back, and maybe lacking that ability as far as the vision side of it? Is there anything you can do to help that, or is there anything you guys do?
I would just say the reps we take. We take a lot of reps every practice, so just outside zone, seeing that, you know, where's our in line scrimmage dude, we reading, so just that reps just help a lot. So.
Okay.
Yeah, as you get older, the game kind of slows down. You can, like, before play, you can look at the front, and you know if it's outside zone, you kind of have an idea where it's going to hit. And like he said, kind of those banked reps you got, you know, like, hey, if that guy plays there, like, it's probably going to go here.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, over time, it kind of builds up. It becomes second nature.
So when you first get out there as a freshman, everything's moving so fast, it's hard to even catch up to your thoughts. You got to know the play, you got to know the down, you got to know what the hike is or whatever might be going on with what we snapping on. And then you say as you continue to do the reps, it starts slowing down for you. So it's almost more mental at that point, right?
Yeah.
So the mental rep, muscle memory start kicking in, and then you can really start playing a little bit, right? So there's a point, do you see it? Like, do you feel it? There's like a feeling like, bro, I got this.
Yeah.
Like it's, like sometimes like I used to know when I was in shape, but it was like a certain point where like, okay, I'm good. Like I can feel, I know I got my second win now. I can run full game. Is it the same thing for you guys? Did something like finally click? Do you remember that moment? Like, oh, I got this now. And I can start being a little bit more aggressive?
Yeah, it's kind of like a zone. You kind of like, you cut loose, you don't worry about anything else, and it's all feel. Like sometimes you just, you don't think, you just go.
Yeah, it's just,
And so you guys spend a lot of time rehabbing, you said staying in the training room, getting yourself right. How's that like mentally? Do you guys have some lows every now and then? Do you got to dig deep sometimes? And like, what do you rely on? Is it religion? Is it family? I know you bring a lot of stuff in the family. So what gets you through those rough nights or rough days inside the training room?
Yeah, you definitely gonna have some lows when you play in our position and just playing football. So I mean, for me, like I said, just like the family part, the teammate part, you know, just why am I doing this? You know, that's what I think about. Like, what's my why? So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's when those tough moments you think about your why and help you kind of
why.
get through it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good note.
Yeah, I lean on some stuff outside of football. Like I like to get outside, have a few hobbies, so that kind of
Help clear your head. Go move away from football for a little bit.
reset button.
Like what? Like fly fishing? What you do?
I fish a lot, backpack, and just like
He's supposed to still take me fishing. Still ain't.
Come on.
We got to,
Yeah.
So what about you, Brandon? I know you battled a lot of injuries, you know what I mean, in your career and stuff like that. So during your lows, what were some of the things to get you through? Because you had to stop playing, right?
I did. So I medically retired after my sophomore year. But I spent a lot of time. I spent more time in the training room than I did in the field. So it's kind of a brutal career, really. Started off very high, and then
Yeah, because you played as a true freshman with me, right?
Yep.
And then what ended up happening?
Yep. I think I got hurt 8th game of the year against Eastern Washington, and thought it was a minor injury, and it just kind of never healed itself. And had some surgery to try to recover and try to come back and play, and just never worked out. So Yeah, I mean, I probably would have hung it up a lot earlier if it wasn't for my teammates, the guys that I didn't know anything else. I've played sports my whole life, and to quit that, it's an interesting part of your life when you know that next day you're not a football player anymore. Everyone faces it, just you never know when it's coming. So yeah, it was an interesting time. And
yeah, how was you able to get through that? I know that's tough. What, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, what made you be able to turn that corner and still come out? You know, you're a pretty successful guy right now. So
yeah, it took some time, honestly. There's and you know, one of my passions is trying to help out some of these medically retired players, because you just kind of get forgotten, because everyone's got to move on. You can't you just got to, the guys that are still playing got to go to practice and keep going. So I think creating a social net outside of sports, like you're saying, like different things and different people you can surround yourself with. You know, one thing I didn't think about at the time was I can just be a college student. I didn't think of that was a positive, but there's some positives just being a college student for a while. So yeah, I was just trying to find a different circle. Obviously, I was still very close to my football brothers, but yeah, I found some different circles and try to surround myself around successful people, and let's help me.
Besides football, is there anything like the ultimate thing you might want to be or do in life right now? Do you see anything? I know you're kind of young. Yeah. And it's kind of hard to think.
I just know I want to give back to my community, just make it a better place, be a mentor for kids like me, and just open doors for kids like me too. So
maybe have a community center or just some places people can have some resources or aspect too. Yeah. No, that's dope, man. That can get done too. You know, a lot of different programs and stuff that's available to us now. So, what about you? Fly fishing guy? What are we gonna do?
Nah, there's not much money in that.
Okay.
I'd like to make a positive impact. I'm gonna go to law school after college. So.
Oh, really?
See where that takes me, and yeah, hopefully do something worthwhile.
That'd be exciting.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
You got an idea where you might go?
Maybe over the hill, but we'll see about that.
Okay, yeah, that's where you gotta go almost.
Yeah, almost. But
yeah, we probably edit that out, but. Yeah. Okay, and like you run a successful business and stuff now. Is there certain things maybe you want to tell them now? Now that you're done, now that you got a great family, you got a great career, that maybe they should take with them now. How many more years you got left?
2.
2? This is the last one. You know what I mean? For the last rodeo, anything you would want to say to them?
Yeah, I'd say make connections, create different circles of people. There's so many people that want to connect with you guys. We're seeing that on the NIL front that we've been helping you guys with, but make connections, use your podium that you're on. Like, people want to be connected with you guys. And I know when I played, we were hermits. We'd sit in our dorm rooms or sit in our houses. We'd just hang out with our little nucleus of friends that were football guys. And that'd be my biggest advice, is go connect with business owners and successful people, people outside football. There's just a bunch of different experiences that you can learn from. And I wish that's what I did more of when I was younger, because you just got a great opportunity to leverage the hard work and the sacrifice you gave to this community. People want to repay you for that, and I think, but they don't know you're interested if you don't go out and make those connections. So that's the number one thing I wish I would have done.
Okay, that's good. That's good advice just in general, right there, right? So let's go back to like the running back room and the running back position. When you guys being there, I know we talked about another thing like healthy competition type thing. So how do you guys make your way through there? So you're cheering it on, but then that seems so tough to me. You know what I mean? I don't know, maybe because I'm a DB or something like that, and we got a different mindset. Yeah. But how are you able to do that healthy competition where you still got that brother? Cause like we talked about before, you can show the love. You know what I mean, on the field. I think I remember Isaiah was coming back, after injuries. And I don't know, for some reason I was just paying attention to the sideline because you guys kind of all sit around each other. But everybody, it's like other running backs was almost as excited as anybody else to see him kind of run back out there. It's almost the same thing. You almost see like a brother out there achieving something. So how are you able to get through that competition side of it and still show love at the same time?
I think our room is pretty tight. I mean, we all care about each other. We have good conversations. We're always joking with each other. So we know that we're competing with each other, but it's a love that we all have for each other too. So when you see your brother out there winning, you gotta be happy for him,
Because you almost feel it yourself too, right?
You winning too, So
At the end of the day, it's about the team.
Yeah.
And it's about our success collectively, not individually. Yeah. And then another aspect of it is, you know, when one guy's balling, like he's playing really well, you're like, I got to do something like that.
Yeah.
Because you want your slice too at the same time, so you kind of have to like separate it. But I think when we're all playing at our highest level, we all push each other.
Yeah.
And that's what you need.
Yeah.
And the cream just kind of rises to the top.
Yeah, because it's hard for one guy at our position to kind of do everything. I know we saw it with Zay a little bit, but Zay's a different breed. But I think when we're all at the peak of our game, we're one of the best rooms in the country.
For sure.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. And because same thing too, like as far as you battling with some of your injuries, right? So did you was able to lean on, you know, some of your brothers in the room, or you know, that was help you get through maybe some of those?
Yeah. Me and Isaiah, we would do. Everybody else would travel for away games, and we would do like Friday fun day kind of things where we'd get outside. I took him and Kagan Williams. We'd go fishing, or we'd go for a short little hike or something. Just get outside, you know, and kind of connect with each other. Just because we weren't able to travel with the team, but you know, it's still important for us to be around each other.
Same thing with you, Brandon, right? So as far as like some of the tools that you picked up, is there anything that you want to pass on to some people to help you get through that? Like you said, being that injury guy that had to retire, was it certain things that you did? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe from the other side of it is, and it's bigger than just football, but you know, reach out to people, you know, make sure people are doing good. You know, there's guys, we're all going to struggle with things in our lives, and you know, just ask the question. Ask, how's your buddy doing? You know, it's surface. We can be very surface level in practice or in the film room, and you know, we're laughing, having fun. But you know, there's guys struggling with injuries, or struggling with family or school or whatever. I think, you know, again, I wasn't great at this younger. I've gotten much better at it in my older age. But ask how people are doing. You know, make them feel that you want to know how they're doing outside of football, inside of football, and that's what creates lifelong relationships. So yeah, I wish I did that more. I wish I had more of that at times. You know, it's easy to put on a happy face, but yeah, it's good to tell people how you're feeling and prod people and make sure they know you're there for them.
Like you said, we feel like we have a great culture amongst our football program and things. I think that was some of the things I was missing a little bit, you know, in our time, like in the 90s and stuff like that, was that culture piece. So how's that maintained? So how do you feel we can maintain that culture moving forward? Is it just something like for some of the older guys to make sure the younger guys understand that moving forward? Like who maybe taught you that as far as like the culture? Was it like somebody like Troy? Was it like somebody like Daniel Hardy or some of the older guys? Do you remember someone where you was like, okay, I get it. Yeah, I'm buying in now.
I would say Daniel Hardy was mine.
Oh, really?
He's from Portland too. So.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
So
that's right.
His dad was actually my pastor. So,
really?
Yeah.
I was about to say his dad was in the church.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, Pastor Hardy. So, yeah, like Daniel, he definitely took me under his wing, made sure look out for me and stuff like that. Isaiah too. So, I'll say those two guys look out for me, just showed me the culture. This is what we do. This is not what we do. You know, we work hard, the blue collar. So, yeah.
Okay, same thing. Who
yeah,
put that
I remember my first summer here as an incoming freshman. I came early for some workouts, and we finished through the line. We start behind the line, and we finish through the line on everything. Yeah. And I remember I might have been like a half a step short of the line, and Connor Sullivan got on me. And I eventually ended up, I'd go into him and Wilson's room, you know, on away games, and they'd tell me stories and all that stuff. But at first I thought he was really mean, but then I was like, no, this is how we do things around here. And I think, you know, that's how we set the culture, is we make sure when new guys come in, like, you know, like the standard's the standard from day one. It doesn't matter if you're new.
You got to kind of police your own locker room at that point, right?
They got to know. They got to know what we tolerate and what we don't.
And it kind of makes it easy from there because everybody just kind of follows suit, right? And then the proof is in the pudding. If you know what we was talking about, we wouldn't be winning. Yes, at that point, right? So what about you? Is there anything that you wish could have been different while you was playing ball, or some things that you see now that you wish you had?
Yeah, I think, I mean, kind of talking about the culture side, I think from the outside looking in, it feels much more cohesive. I don't know if we were that strong as a culture in the locker room from start to finish. I think we went through some really hard stuff. You know, when I came in as a freshman with you, we were, I think, ranked 16th in the country and went 3-8, or something like that. Then we go 1-11 and had lost 16 to the Grizz. Those are hard times, you know, and I think the guys that stuck it out, new regime came in, and it was tough. I think 7 guys out of 30 made it to their senior year out of my class.
Oh, wow.
So I think that those guys kind of changed the culture. I mean, I was part of that a little bit. Yeah, I think that bonded the group better than before. I think we were a little bit broken at times, and I think that those hard times only left the hardest people left on the team. And I think from there, I mean, you just see from 2002 to 2003, like you guys probably couldn't imagine going 0-11 here. I can't even fathom that at this point. We're just the culture and the program has shifted so much. But yeah, that I think it's changed dramatically. I'm sure it's not perfect, but the brotherhood seems stronger than ever, and you can see the performance on the field, obviously indicative of that. But yeah, I think it's fun to see where this program has gone, where the culture's gone. It's changed a lot.
So, like, one of the good things, like, me and Brandon get a chance to experience is to play in front of these packed houses, right? Can you explain what that means to you, playing in front of this big crowd, playing in front of all those people, the excitement that it brings to the game day, rodeo team leading you out, all those aspects of it?
Yeah, like back home, I never had anything like that. So, like, when I first came out here, it was just like shocking, like, dang, all these people love football this much. So it's just like, it's cool, and it gives me that confidence and that swagger that I don't go out there and just put on a show, you know. So it's just a cool feeling.
Yeah, it's the energy everybody brings.
Yeah.
You know,
How many people you played in front of in high school, maybe?
The most was probably maybe like 1,000 or 2,000 for a state championship, but nothing close to what we have here. And like I grew up coming to these games. You know, we were season ticket holders since I was, you know, young. So I was in the stands and looked up to those guys. So it's kind of come full circle. It's really cool to be able to, you know, run out there, and then the roar of the crowd. And I mean, our Bobcat Nation is the best around. You know, there's a reason why we don't lose at home.
Yeah,
like,
we don't.
Oh, yeah,
they get loud, they get rowdy, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Does it get you excited, or does it get you nervous? Like, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be a little nervous to play at your best. There has to be a little bit of anxiety. You got to manage it well, but it's mostly excitement for sure.
So you turn the nervous energy into something positive, almost type deal, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. I remember the only time we experienced that whenever we played up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? We playing Colorado State in Reno and have a packed crowd. But I do remember, you know, that nervous butterfly feeling too. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to figure out, was it just because the excitement of playing in front of so many people, or is like the anxiety of maybe I'm about to be embarrassed in front of all these people or something like that. But I think that's what pushes you maybe to give you your best effort, right? And then over that mountain, like we got one of the best rivalries, you know what I mean, in the nation. Here, Bobcats versus those other guys, right? To a point that we had ESPN College Game Day out here and experiencing that. So what have those games been like for you? As far as, what's your record against them?
1-1. We lost 1-1.
I'm 3-1.
3-1.
And what was you?
2-2.
Okay, you got 2. Yeah, you was with Junior Adams in there on that year, huh?
Yeah.
That Missoula game.
Yeah,
you
coach for one of them. Yeah, my senior year was I was coaching, but
you helped break the streak. Let's go. Okay, I should have been brought that up. Streak breaker over here. But yeah, there's something about that game. Tell me about that game. Like going into it, how's your mindset? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, like me being from Portland and coming here, I didn't really know much about it, but like I could tell like all the Montana guys, like it means everything to them. So it's like that hatred for them that they have over there, it's like you gain it. And it's like, I hate them guys. I just want to beat them, embarrass them. So it's like you feel that. You feel your Montana brothers, how they feel about them. And it's just like, okay, I'm ready to rock. Like, you know, let's go.
Get you buy in too, right?
Yeah. So.
Okay, what about you?
I mean, I've been around the rivalry since I was, you know, tiny, like Bobcat for life. And I mean, I remember talking a lot of trash in like elementary school, you know, leading up to the game. And if the Cats lost, I didn't want to go to school the next
Oh,
day.
yeah, you had
I was
to deal with
I
that,
can't see
yeah.
everybody wearing the colors, and I didn't want everybody talking crap to me again. But no, now it's like,
Yeah. So the first time you got to touch that trophy, how was that feeling? Was that?
oh, it's awesome, yeah. I mean, I touched it coming in, like as an incoming freshman, just because like I hadn't done anything for it, but it was already with us, you know. So there was kind of just an understanding that it doesn't leave. Yeah. And we had a little trip up, but we're back on track, and I don't see us swaying from that at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you? What's your thoughts on the rivalry? And
yeah, I grew up with it too. My dad played here in the 70s, and they didn't know anything but beating up on the Grizz, right? Like that was just the mentality, and then we lost it for a little while. So, you know, I was on the tail end of the transition of like kind of being on the bad side of it to all of a sudden like we just expect to win, and we have the swagger of like showing up that game feeling like, you know, we're the favorites. We're gonna win. We have more energy. We have more confidence. It used to not be the case, and so yeah, it's just fun to have that confidence rolling in those games. I still have a heart attack that whole week. Hard time working, and I have no say. I just sit in the stands like a fan, but there's nothing like it. I mean, you know, especially when you hear from other people who've been to other organizations and say there's just nothing like this rivalry. It makes me feel like proud that it really is as big as we think it is, because that's just all we've known growing up in Montana. Like we think it's as big as the Super Bowl. So yeah, it's just fun to see the recognition we're getting nationally, and people understanding how important this game is and how it is different. And it's a big sense of pride for us Montana guys.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you on that. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's on a national level for them to see how much everybody cares about this within the whole state. You know what I mean? I think that was a great chance for us to put that on display, because even now I'll be in different areas, and you know, you're surprised how many people know about Montana. You know what I mean? We're such a small town, Bozeman and Missoula, and even not that many people. It's still something. I know something to do with some of this different stuff that's popping up, Yellowstone, Big Sky, all these different TV shows and different things that's coming in. But I think it all just benefit us kind of at the end of the day. So I guess last thing before we leave, what's the goals for the running back room? Do you guys have set goals within the room? Like we trying to get this, we trying to get that, or is it just win?
Yeah, just win.
Just win.
Our position just dominate when we out there. Like everybody on the team know that we're the guys. They depend on us and be the leaders in that way. So I would say that would be our room goals, just to dominate and do our thing and win, you know. So
No respect. But like I said, you guys basically get punched on every play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some part of your body.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate what you guys do. I appreciate you guys, the job that you guys do out there as a unit, and I'm excited to see you guys and what comes for us this season.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Brandon, anything you want to add in before we take off or anything? Any questions?
No, I just say connect with these guys. Like they're phenomenal young men. You know, as far as representing the business, your business community, they're world-class guys. Like just everything that I've been associated with them. These are the guys you want representing who you are, nonprofit, for-profit, whatever it is. You got to connect with these guys. They're phenomenal young men.
We just getting started like the kickoff. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch the lift off.